You're thinking about taking the plunge and buying a ticket or 2 or 7 to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party 2022. But it's a costly proposition thanks to ticket prices ranging from $109 per adult all the way up to $199 per adult. Ouch! Right in the wallet. And with that amount of cash having been invested, you're going to worry that you won't have time to do everything you want and really get your money's worth. Well, worry no more, because in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 tips and strategies that I have personally used in the past to help you really maximize your time and get the most out of this very special Halloween event. Plus, stay tuned to the end of this video for a bonus tip that you'll be glad you didn't miss. Now, before we get too far into this video, I do want to make a quick disclaimer. These strategies that I am about to talk about have worked well for me in the past when I have been to Halloween parties, but they are in no way a guarantee. Outside factors can always come into play, such as the weather, demonstrated wonderfully by this year's opening night when it decided that it would rain kind of a lot. And if it rains, all bets are off. You just have to kind of grab what you can while you can. So, with that out of the way, and assuming that the weather will be behaving when you visit, these are the 5 things that I would do. Number 1. So I do think it's a good idea to start at the beginning, buying a ticket for the party. So what you want to be looking for here is the lowest available prices that fit within your vacation time frame. And now you're like, well, yeah, of course, I want to spend less money, Andrew, but there's actually more to it than that. So let me explain. You see, these prices are not random. They are actually based on historical data for attendance at the Halloween party. So the lower the price, the lower the predicted crowd levels. You with me now, aren't you? Just 5 minutes here planning could not only save you a ton of money, but also quite a bit of time standing in line if you can get to a party on a night that's a little quieter, which just allows you to get more done. So lower price, lower crowds. Win-win. Number 2. The next thing I would do is I would try and get to the party early. Now, remember, the party may not start until 7 p.m, but you, with your ticket, can get in from 4 p.m. That's even without regular park entry or any kind of reservation, so do it. Getting to Magic Kingdom a little earlier means you can grab your wristband a little earlier so that you're ready to go once the party starts in earnest. Plus, you can have a chance to browse all that Halloween merchandise before it gets all crazy or sold out a little bit later on. That being said, the merchandising line at this year's opening party was pretty intense for basically the entire event, but it was raining, so I don't know. But generally speaking, I'd go and take a look at this early doors. Number 3. Okay, so number 3 follows on nicely from my last point about getting to the park early. And my next tip is to grab a park map and make a plan. Now, you might be thinking, are you crazy? I've been to the Magic Kingdom hundreds of times. I know where everything is. I do not need a map. Well, for the Halloween party, the maps are a little bit different. You see, they will have all of the details you need on them. They've got the special show times, the locations of meet and greets, special food and beverage options, the details of all the Halloween twist ride overlays. So do be sure to grab one. Most cast members just carry them on them, and they're usually in those little stand things at the park. That way you can actually make your plans and get situated close to the thing you want to do first before the official start of the party, saving you time and walking later on. Number 4. Okay, so this one is that I would try and see the latest showing possible of all or any of the entertainment options. Okay, I do understand as a dad of 5 that sometimes kids are not super great at the late nights, but if you can, try and grab the late shows of everything. They're almost always quieter, and the late shows all kind of dovetail quite nicely together at the end of the evening. So for example, last time I was at the Not So Scary Halloween party, I did the fireworks at 10:15. They last around 13 minutes, and are pretty darn good, by the way. Then I decided to stake out my spot for the 11:15 Boo to You parade, which did mean I had to wait around 40 minutes, but my view was outstanding. The parade is pretty long, so from there I just kind of shuffled my way basically to the front of the castle, and after quite a short wait, managed to catch the Hocus Pocus show at 12 midnight. Again, with an absolutely brilliant unobstructed view. Now, this would simply not have been possible earlier on in the day without staking the spot out potentially hours in advance. So it's definitely worth trying to catch those late shows if you can. Number 5. So with that being said, if you're catching all the entertainment late on, what should you be doing in the meantime? Well, might I suggest hitting up some of those Halloween ride overlays? They can be super fun. Or perhaps grabbing a meet and greet or two while the early showing of the Boo to You parade is happening, because that is like a black hole that just seems to empty people out of attractions. So it's perfect to get quite a bit done while that's happening. Also, just be aware that while the Boo to You parade is happening, your movement around the park might be limited. Again, this is referring back to what I said earlier on about planning your night, because you definitely don't want to be stuck on the wrong side of a parade line if you need to get to a ride or a meet and greet on the other side. That can be frustrating. Then, of course, there's all the various trick-or-treat trails you should be hitting up. The lines for these can look super scary long, but trust me, they really do move fast, so don't be put off getting your treat on. I came home from the last Halloween party with a frankly disgusting amount of candy, and I never waited more than a minute or two max at any of the treat trails. It was amazing. Now, remember at the start of this video, I said there was going to be a bonus tip at the end. Well, you made it, and here is your reward. Bonus tip. Okay, a final tip I have is for ending your night off. So when leaving the Magic Kingdom, if you need to get back to the transportation and ticket centre, take a Disney bus, if they're running of course, rather than waiting for the ferry boat or the monorail. Now, I did this back in 2019 on the advice of a security cast member, and I was really glad that I did. I was literally one of only around 6 people on a bus. I literally climbed straight on it and went straight back to the TTC. 5 minutes. Whereas I think the lines for the monorail and the boats were like something, they were probably, I don't know, 40 minutes. They might have even been longer. There was a crazy amount of people trying to get on them. So if the buses are running, might I recommend grabbing one of those? Now, if you don't have a car to get back to, you may want to try and reserve one of the Disney minivans to get you where you need to go. Now, minivans are actually operated by Lyft, but unlike other Lyft or Uber rides, they're allowed to actually pick up from the bus stop area right outside the Magic Kingdom. Again, meaning that you don't have to wait in line for that ferry boat or monorail. It just helps you avoid those crazy crowds. So please let me know in the comments if you're planning to visit Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party 2022. And when you've done that, you might want to check out this video next. Thanks for watching.